Hi everyone, welcome to a quick tutorial on making the low poly office pack textures look flat and the models to be completely faceted. This is just a voiceover of a speed video I created earlier but forgot to do the voice recording, so unfortunately I'm going to click away about it. What I've done here is opened up a copy of the original texture and I'm going to go over each of the gradients with some flat colours. So that's what you're going to see me do here. Make a grid the same size as each gradient section. In this case it's 64 pixels and subdivisions are set at 1. And then I just make sure I've got the snaps on and the grid on. And I should be able to rectangle select, so if it's not snapping for you, just choose that snap. I'm picking a tone and then just filling it from that range on the layer above. One thing to be wary of is these are gradients, so sometimes I use darker tones in the gradient, sometimes I use lighter tones, and sometimes in this case I use a full texture to convey what something is or to give something a softer look. You could also take the original gradient map and change any tones you don't like, make them stronger, darker, whatever you like. I'll just speed up this part of the video. Okay, so now that most of all these tones are done, you just want to leave this swatch at the bottom right here because it's really just for color sampling solid colors. Okay, so that's most of the tones. I'm going to make a new material for the flat version. And I'm just explaining that you can see here a smoothed out angle, where if you select all the models and change the normals to calculate and set the smoothing angle to 0 and hit apply, it will re-import the meshes and it will get rid of any predefined smoothed out angles between faces, and you get that low poly faceted look. You can especially see it on the vases there, but I'm just going to ignore those. Those use a completely different texture. Okay, so let's apply the flat material to all these. So I'm going to choose them in groups because there's no mesh filter in the scene. You see me trying to find one, but I can't even select everything because the vases are something different and there's also the ceilings are different. So I gradually just start adding manually to each group. So you can see the difference between the two there. You can do the same with the vase atlas, but there's so much detail in those vases. You as well as just throwing a flat material on top of them. You can make them any colour you like then. You can see when I change, I'm just turning off some visual feedback here. You see when I change these tones, a lot of these blacks are obtained through one of the gradient's darker points. So that can't really be helped. The only way to fix that is to open up the model into Blender, for example, and then change the UV's position. You can also just throw a solid colour onto things if you really want. You can see I'm just manually applying some materials here, and now I'll do the rest. So when it comes to the vases and the ceiling, you might have to do something similar where you open up the original texture file and then just have a look at it to see what you want to make look more pixelated or faceted or flat.